Hi, Judd here, but you knew that. I'm not quite sure where I'm going at this point. I have to remove this floor, and if I was Harry Potter, I'd just have the walls and all the structure just lift up half an inch and then just take this floor out. And there's actually a way I could do that, and I might do that, but I don't know at this point. Also, what I discovered right down there, I got some more wood rot, so we have to address that. Not a big deal, but has to be addressed. So I'm just going to go ahead and start whacking away at things, cutting things, and see where I go. There's a lot of nails in this. This is all, I nailed this all. Usually I screw everything together, but this is all nailed, so that changes it. It's not quite as easy to take apart. So we'll see what happens. Hang in there. Not only is this nailed in, it's nailed in with screw nails, which are designed not to come out. There we go. That's a perfectly fine looking piece of plywood. And I don't leave boards with nails sticking out of them around, because if you fall, odds are you're going to put your hand right on it. That was actually like glued in there. You see the wood caught in the grooves, like the sap glued it in there. So, I'm going to take a break for a moment and think about this, because I'm really not sure where I'm going with this. But we've got some exposure now. You can see those nails really hold well. They don't want to come out. And the plywood at certain spots is rotted, certain spots is perfectly good. So basically I've got to decide how I'm going to deal with the edges of this, if I'm going to go for a complete removal, or if I'm going to leave it there and just trim it back as far as I can, and then bring the new boards almost up to it, leaving a gap there for drainage. So we'll get back to you. Okay, I have decided. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this back to here, because I've got plenty of clearance underneath. The underneath, the 2x4 is recessed, so I can come up under here and get right to that edge there. Up here, I'm going to take this line and continue it across, and then continue it across. This is good plywood. I'm going to leave that there. So I'll start my boards here. So that's going to be a little tricky cutting. I'm going to have to use several different saws to do this, including some hand saws. Then over here, I'll cut right back to there. And then up front, I got to cut back to here and probably cut this out. Cut this section out, because part of that, the part under these boards, the part of this is rotted. That's what we're going to do, and I don't know how much of this is going to show up on camera, and it's going to be rather long and boring, so we'll run through it 16x if anything worthwhile shows up. Otherwise, I'll just come in when it's done and show you what happened. I don't know if you can see that, so I'm going to show you. What I did is I used the Sawzall to plunge into here and then come back to this cut. So this tab right here now is free, and now I'm going to continue this line down right along the very edge of this. There's nothing under here, so I got a free cut. Okay. Beautiful. So let's review what we got up to this point. I cut a line across here. This board's going to stay, and that runs across here. That'll stay. And this will come out. See, I made it across the joist there without cutting it up. And we're right in flush, more or less, with the part under the floor. Okay, we get all the way down to the corner and all the way to the front. Now, one of the biggest problems in this job is the lighting. Photographically, at least. Now here you can see I did cut a little bit into the joist. That can be a big problem, but that's what you're trying to cut this without cutting that. Tricky. And I've cut out to here, the front edge of that. Okay, this, remember, has to come out. So that's where we stand at the moment. And guess what? Break time. Oh man, it's beautiful here. Got a nice breeze going. It's very, very hot. It's like 98, something like that. High humidity. So I don't like that humidity, but we've got the breeze going, which is a lifesaver. So we're gonna sit and enjoy that for a moment and then get back to work. And once again, we've reached that wonderful point of the day where I take a break. And this could be one of them ones that I don't come back from. But I'm very happy with what's happening. There goes a bird. I was going to point out, under here, I'm going to leave this plywood because there'll be plenty of breathing and drainage for it once I do the new floor, because there'll be a gap along this whole edge. But right here where it's actually rotted, I'm going to cut that out. And then down here, the plywood isn't rotted, just the base of this thing. But over here, this is all, I mean, some of it's already came ripping out with the floor. This is all rotted. I don't know how far back it gets. And then this is rotted. So I don't know if that's infected into there. So there could be a lot of that board coming out. But as you can see, I've got the floor out from the front part, and I'll take a belt sander and smooth these interfaces up. Get this all nice and aligned and clean and ready to go. But for now, we take a break, and how long that break will be? Could be 10 minutes, could be 24 hours, you know. So the floor I'm sitting on has already been cut. I just got to remove it, and I don't feel like fighting with all those nails again right now. And I've got a lot of cleanup to do because a lot of crap came off of that last board. So, like I said, I don't know what more we're going to do work-wise today. I keep saying that. Shut up and take a break. Remember what I said about why I pull all the nails out? Well, I missed one and I just stepped on it. Anyway, we're going to have one more go around here. I'm going to go ahead and de-secure this panel. I'm going to cut a little bit off of it first, and then I'll call that a wrap for the day. But we're going to get this off now. Okay. Happy day to you.